Yep.
All right. Welcome to Landline. We are coming at you live from the Nashville Public Access Studio.
Woo!
My name is Inga Hedlund. This is Claire.
Brandon.
Okay, Brandon. I was like, are we doing last
Oh,
name?
shit, you don't know my last name? Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. And so this is the show where people get to call in and talk about their stories, problems, advice, whatever they want. This is old school, like 90s radio call-in shows. If you leave a message during the week, we play it at this point every Friday at 3 p.m. We play it all the way through. So if you left anything like your ATM number or Social Security card number, it's coming right out. So I would recommend not leaving your greatest fears or things like that on there. But if you want to leave your real name, that's up to you. If you want to leave nom de plume, that's up to you as well.
Nom de plume.
That's pen name. I would recommend not leaving your phone number. But again, it's up to you, man. Like everything goes here. This week, well, actually, first let me introduce my co-host. Claire is my darling friend who I never know really what to say about you other than that. One, you dress really well.
Thank you.
Two, I like you a lot.
Thank you.
We have not known each other for very long. She is doing this on a huge leap of faith.
Yeah.
You're from Nashville?
From Nashville.
But then you lived in New York for a while?
Yes.
Okay. And
That's all she knows.
And I mean, like literally, I don't think I know what you do for a living, really.
Yeah, you do.
You work in marketing.
Yes. I'm wearing a blazer. I work in marketing.
But like, I feel like there are other larger words you've told me that I don't understand.
Strategy.
But like, you put it in like a noun form. Like, I'm a strategist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Marketing strategist.
Okay. So my friend is a marketing strategist.
Yes.
Is
Hello.
here. And can I bring up what you did last night?
Ugh, why do you always want to talk about this shit?
I'm just shooting it. And there's so much stuff we can't talk about.
Sure, yeah, let her rip.
So you went on a date last night.
I went on a date last night.
And it's an online date, which I've never
Makes it sound
done.
like it was on Zoom.
I know.
And it was
I made it weird.
I did leave the house, which felt good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. We're already getting a call.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's pick it up. Hello, you're on Landline.
Nope, you're not.
Maybe soon. Hello, you're on Landline.
Hey,
What's up?
happening?
Hi. Who are we talking to?
Did I call the right number?
Hell yeah, you
You
did.
did!
Who is it?
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I need some prescriptions filled. Oh, wait a minute. You're not the pharmacist.
No, we are. Stay on the line. What kind of... What do you need,
My
babe?
name's Russ.
Oh,
Y'all
hey.
know me.
Hi, Russ.
Hello. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good, man. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Yeah, just kind of doing stupid shit, you know, just 'cause it's nice out, so I took a walk. And, yeah, just kind of enjoying some sunshine.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy that that's like getting wild now? It's like, I'm doing something stupid. I'm going on a walk. I did that earlier. I was like, I'm going to go on a walk. I'll be back later.
Like who do you think you are?
Getting away with
Going on a
something.
walk.
Is it? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's nice out right now, but it's supposed to get cold, right?
Yeah, it's like 26
Yeah.
degrees at night.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I've been getting alerts from my landlord saying that I need to put a bath towel around the outside spigot.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Is that something you guys have to do? I mean, Russ, I'm
Yeah.
assuming you own your home.
I am a homeowner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're supposed to do that. I just did it a couple weeks ago, but I'm a California kid, so like the first time somebody told me to do that, I was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "Just put a sock around your spigot." And
That sounds so weird.
I know. No, I've like never heard this before. I used to live in Michigan. I mean, maybe just my stuff was always freezing and like I was a really terrible renter. FYI, I still haven't done it yet.
Now, Michigan, that stuff's probably still frozen.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
really missed it there.
Ooh, you know what this reminds me of? One time when I was living in Princeton, I got diarrhea and I ended up going to the bathroom on the community hose outside of a cemetery. No,
You, dude,
not
what?
cemetery. Seminary. My bad.
You pooped on a
Not
hose.
cemetery.
Yep. and I pooped on the hose, and it froze and was there all through the winter.
Wow.
And now no one can unlearn that about me.
Lucky caller Russ.
Yeah. All right, well,
I
Russ,
love it.
thank you so much for calling in. You're the best.
Oh man, I'm so happy to hear you guys. It's really nice. I actually was sitting here at 3 o'clock, going like, maybe I should wait till 3 o'clock so it's cooler.
Oh, it was perfect. Perfect timing.
Yeah. So I'm here, and I'm super stoked, man.
Dude, you're our favorite caller, watcher, everything so far, and in life.
Okay, cool. I'm the only one, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well,
Aces.
I'll try to lead by example.
Yes, hell yeah. Dude, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So my question is, how long have you guys been doing this?
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
This is the first one?
Yeah. Like there are
Oh my God.
technically 2 podcasts up, but this is the first stream. And I didn't tell Claire it was going to be live until we got here.
Yes.
I know.
This is special. This is like I'm gonna look back on this in 20 years and be like, dude, I know. I was on their very first one. So there's no, it's not possible.
Yeah.
I was.
That's me. I'm Russ.
I'm the guy. I'm the Russ.
I'm the Russ.
Whoa, that's going to be
You know
our
what?
first T-shirt that we come
It's
out
an
with.
honor. It's
Yeah.
an honor.
Thanks, Russ.
No, yeah.
All right, man. You're the best. Thank you so much for calling in.
Do you need a story?
Oh, do you have one? Do you have a winter story? That, by the way,
Well,
guys, is the theme. I didn't really announce what the theme was.
I do have one, but if that's my allotted time, then I'll tell you all later.
No, tell us, please.
No, I want to hear this.
Okay. So I was thinking about winter stories and snow stories and funny winter and snow stories. And I remember it was like 1998, and I was living in Louisville, Kentucky. And I had been working delivering pizzas for Pizza Hut. And a couple of things happened while I was doing that made me decide, like, maybe this isn't a career for me. But, like, I was in this neighborhood, and, like, I knew all the spots where the people would tip the most. And I knew kind of the spots that I didn't want to go to. And one of those came up for me, and it's this hotel.
Uh-oh.
And this was like a 1 a.m. I was like the guy at night that drove, and it was only me, like making the pizzas, taking the calls, delivering the pizzas.
You wore Pizza Hut.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. So like, I'm driving, and I see one of these pizzas is going to this hotel, the Breckenridge Inn, and so
Fucking
I
Breckenridge.
pull up, I find the number, to the room, and I walk up. And I knock on the door, and, I can smell, like, some good weed coming out from the door. And I was like, okay, this is probably going to be a good tip. And
No.
and I knock on the door, and nobody comes. And then I knock on it again, and I hear, like, just a minute. And I was like, holy shit. It was like this violent response. And then the door swings open, and it's this huge black man, and he's got a date, quote, unquote.
Yeah.
And she's sitting in the corner
Oh.
in like her bra and underwear, and he's got all kinds of drugs spread out, and he's like, come on in, and I'm like, your total, sir, is like $27.50, and he's like, no, man, I don't want to talk about my total. I want you to come inside.
Uh-oh, Spaghettios.
And I was like, I'm really not supposed to do that. And at this time, like, I'm 42 years old,
That's what I
and
was
like,
gonna ask.
anything's possible, so this guy, I go in, and he like immediately shuts the door behind me.
Oh my God.
And he's like, put the pizza down. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, how much to go sit on my date's lap?
What? What?
Yes.
What?
And I was like, sir, I'm the only guy at the store. I kind of need to get going. It's $27.50.
I'm sort of on a schedule. The pizzas are going to burn. I can't sit on your date's lap.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Dude, at this point, I was like so. I was like, this is going to go one of two ways. I'm gonna sit down on her lap and do what they ask, or I'm going to be stuck here trying to figure out how to get out of here with no tips. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just play along.
Yep.
So I went over and I sat on the woman's lap, and
Yeah.
yeah. And he starts giving me all these instructions, you know, and I'm just like, God, you know, guy, like I'm very uncomfortable. I think I need to go. And he just keeps flashing like $20 bills in front of me.
What a weirdo.
And so the after that, dude, there were several more things like that, but I quit that job.
Yeah.
Because I was like traumatized by it. If it were now, I'd probably be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. What do you want to do? But like, you know,
We'll sit on you. It's fine.
I cost $100 an hour. So, you know,
Oh my God.
Pizza.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
God. 22-year-old Russ just like,
Oh man.
That's
there
incredible.
were so many great stories from that job.
Dude, that's incredible. That's
It was
incredible.
the winter. It was very cold out. I
Okay.
remember.
I mean, so it's relevant to the topic.
So there you go.
the Breckenridge Inn.
Yeah.
There's some food for thought. I mean, you know, if I didn't die in that situation, you know, then it's a great story, obviously. But, you know, it was fucking scary at the time.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm supposed to hold my swear words on this show.
Oh, yeah, my mom's watching.
No,
Oh,
you're
okay.
fine.
Okay, Mom, sorry.
Sorry,
My
man.
mom's edgy.
So what else do you guys have planned for the show? Should I just be quiet and hang up now, or?
Well, I think we actually have another caller, so we're going to hang up.
Sweet.
But yeah, dude, thank you so much for calling in, Russ. You're the absolute best.
Oh yeah, you are too. You are too, Inga. All right, man. Well, have a good day. Enjoy this, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, babe.
Bye, Russ.
Do we have another caller still?
God, I love him. Oh, they left?
Wait, what did you say? Okay, so I know we have that message that we can play in a second, but I do think
Say the prompt.
Yeah, so basically today's show, like you can call in always about anything, but the prompt for today is winter woes, fails. It's things like the times your mom threw you out in a ridiculous sleeping bag saying that it was a snowsuit, or trying to act cool and biffing it on the ice.
Always.
Tips about things like putting a sock on a spigot.
Have you really never done that?
I've never done that.
They have a little thing you can buy, like at Ace Hardware, and it just zips right on it.
Apparently,
and
mine's too far from the house, so I need to do a beach towel. I know.
like
Okay.
it sticks out too far?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so we are in Nashville now. I've lived all over, really. I mean, like, it's no big deal. And Claire, as previously mentioned, has experienced northeastern winters. So this, for me, is new, having winter here. And so I'm kind of curious for any tips people have. And one of the things you were telling me I'd never heard of was snow ice cream.
Oh, guys.
Hold on, we'll take that call first.
I shouldn't be so surprised.
Hey, it's Landline.
Hey, Landline. This is Jackie Daytona. How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
What's going on? How can we help?
Well, I just heard that we're talking about winter these days, and I just had a little winter story and just didn't know if I could just talk
Great.
to somebody, seeing what y'all are doing.
Yes, no, we would love to hear it.
Well, I grew up in the country, but in the country, and we got shut down harder than Nashville gets shut down with half an inch of snow. And I remember back in the secondary school, a bunch of kids knew that the forecast was coming, and we all just stayed at my parents' house in the country and had four-wheelers, and it was kind of like, you know, there's no holds barred in the snow, holding on to the four-wheelers and just dragging each other and having fun.
Nice. That's awesome. How old were you then?
Probably about old enough to know it wasn't good, but young enough to also know that it was still fun to do. Probably about 14, 15.
That sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
Wait, why wasn't it good?
Well, I mean, thinking back on it now, I mean, we probably could have broken our backs or done something.
Oh,
It was kind of
sure.
like, you know, just the shenanigans on, say, Jackass or something that just went astray, you know.
That's pretty great.
I feel like looking back, I don't know how old you are, but I feel like in a way, a lot of growing up in the 80s is like,
Yeah, I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have done.
right. Like,
But even though I had big hair, it was not the 80s.
it was like, I remember my ex-husband, he had a story, he grew up in Michigan, and so every one of his stories is about being freezing cold.
Yeah.
And his dad took a pickup truck and they were driving on the ice to go ice fishing. And so there's driving, and he's not in a seatbelt. I think he's 3 years old. And his dad hit a bump. Jake flies forward, hits his head on the windshield, cracks the windshield.
Yep.
And like the biggest moral of the story was like they couldn't go ice fishing. And I was like, are you brain damaged?
That's the moral of the story?
Yes!
Okay.
So like that's like when I think about like Jackass stories where it's like, yeah, so that's just growing up in the 80s. All right, man.
I agree.
Okay, thank you so much for calling in. We really appreciate it. Have a great, awesome rest of your day.
No problem. Thank you for answering the call.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.
So tell me about.
That's an insane story. He cracked a windshield as
Yeah.
a 3-year-old? That's terrifying.
Yeah, things were like. His upbringing is very.
Yeah, my dad's
hardy.
the same.
Really? Where'd your dad grow up?
Rural Mississippi.
That's not messing around.
It's a topic for another day.
Yeah. All right. That might be next week's.
Snow cream.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Not snow ice cream, snow cream.
Snow cream.
What? So I've never heard of that. The day after you told me about it, I heard a woman in the nail salon talking about it.
Oh.
And someone else argued with her that that wasn't the right recipe. And I was like, what is happening?
I wonder, do you remember what she said?
Something about the evaporated milk.
Yeah.
And like, so I'm wondering if this is like a Nashville thing, if this is a southern thing, because I'd never heard of it.
I've only ever made it with my family in Nashville, I think. But I would venture to say it's a southern thing because it's just the best version is evaporated milk with sugar and is there anything else? Vanilla. And 8 to 12 cups of snow, which I think is adorable. It's like 8 to 12 cups. You look it up, it's got those 4 ingredients.
That's
But this year I
awesome.
made it just with regular milk. And it was okay, but it tastes like frozen milk ice.
Wait, you made it this last snowfall?
Yeah. Snowfall. Yeah. I made it this snowfall because I wanted it all to myself.
God.
I have like this much left.
I'm like genuinely hurt.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, okay. I need to make it next time myself. And I'm not inviting you over.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
It's really good. That's like my favorite childhood memory.
So we put these prompts up on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, so that you guys know throughout the
LinkedIn?
week. I know.
No way.
Yeah. So it turns out in my little entrepreneurial class, the Night Owl Nation thing,
Sure thing.
I went into one of like the small group think tanks.
Yep.
And they said specifically for this, because our target audience,
Is old.
yes, to put it on LinkedIn. So there's now a company page for Landline. I know.
That's sick.
And so these prompts, so anywhere you scroll, you'll see the prompts for this, except for TikTok, which now
is
is, yeah, RIP. Never went on it though, by the way.
I had one. I didn't use it.
And that is a whole other thing I want to talk about with you, but I'll finish my thought. So anyway, we put them on, and so then during the week, people can call in and leave messages, and then we'll play them in completion online or on the air during the show. So can we, I believe we have a message on deck that someone left for us. If you guys in the sound booth don't mind playing that up. Playing that up. Ooh.
Did your mom ever put trash bags?
Hello. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm doing. This is Caroline. Oh, I was going to try to use a different name and be all mysterious. It's fine. It's Caroline. aka Aurora, the sensual witch. I just wanted to call and say hi, and that it is a lovely Cancer full moon tonight. I'm feeling the energy all around and within. And you know what's so crazy is I've really been looking up like different, elements and what they mean to you as an individual. And I am an air sign, but I have a lot of water in my chart. And so I've just been letting myself feel the feelings and flow and all of that stuff. But life is weird. It feels like an enigma. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I am here today, which is really cool. And I really want to just feel love, like all the romantic love, but sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes I have to feel other love first.
This does sound like
and
my
so if you're listening, sometimes it's good to hear other love or feel other love first before you feel the other kinds of love, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I usually do a big ritual tonight. I don't have anything planned. I don't have anything that I've bought, and so I'm just vibing out with some mashed potatoes and cucumber salad.
Ew.
And having a good expression of getting stuff out. Crying and dancing and being weird under the full moon, because why not? It's a great time to be weird. It's a great time to just run naked through the streets and,
it's going to be a minute.
Set some stuff on fire if that's what you want to do. That's what I like to do.
Yeah.
But in my free time, I think about my friends. Inga is one of them. I love her. And I wish them well, and I send them positive energy when I'm not feeling negative energy. So that's all that I can say. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I'm just rambling about nonsense. Oh yeah, I also took an archetype quiz, and it said that I was a siren, which is like so cool. Makes sense. It's like you seduce men to their death. It's like an evil mermaid type thing. That really resonates.
Siren is
so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why things don't always work out for me, but maybe that's okay. I'm having all these epiphanies during this voicemail. I feel like I've been talking for too long. It's going to cut me off.
What?
That timing was wild.
Seriously. Oh my gosh, Caroline, thank you so much for calling in. That was awesome.
I really appreciated that.
Yeah, we both know this caller. She's amazing. We love her. I feel like there was a potpourri of topics in that, so we can respond to any of them. I know one that stuck out to me.
Okay.
But if there's one that, like, if you want to go first. So the archetype quiz.
Okay. I've never done that.
I spend a lot of time online taking quizzes.
Cool.
And it was just reminding me that I took a...
It was just reminding me.
that I wanted to tell you. I used AI to ask what celebrity lookalike I am.
Okay.
And it turns out, so this is not an archetype, but...
Did you show a photo?
Yeah, so I upload a photo of myself, and I'm like, who's my celebrity lookalike?
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out mine is Marissa Tomei.
Ooh.
Which made me feel really good about myself.
That's great. I have gotten, and I shouldn't say this, but people told me that I look like Joan Cusack.
Oh, no. I mean, like...
And they're not wrong.
There's like a vibe, but that is not who I ever would have thought of.
It's the nose and chin, and it's not incorrect, which is what I mean...
You know who else I get, though? Stockard Channing, and it's because of my nose and chin.
I don't know who that is.
She's the chick who plays, she's in Grease.
There's so many of them.
Oh, my God, the original.
I know, but there's a whole group of them.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say the character's name. Oh, okay, so I don't know if you guys heard that. We were basically just cut off because probably we're being boring, and we have another voicemail. So, guys in the phone booth, cue it up.
Hey there. So I heard I heard you all were asking about the perfect snow day, or something about snow. Anyway, I wanted to share my perfect snow day. It was around Christmas. So I used to be a banker, and it was around Christmas, and my employee was asking if he could spend Christmas with his family. I said, no, the markets are too crazy right now. We got to make that bread. So I told him he was going to work with me on Christmas, and anyway, so that night I decided I was going to have a night in, couldn't really go anywhere. I was snowed in. I'm kind of a lonely guy anyway. I just keep to myself. And, I don't know, I'm hanging out at home, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was the mushrooms or what, but my old employer shows up, and he's just like covered in chains. It was crazy. And he's telling me that if I don't change my ways, I'm going to die. And I was
recognize
like,
this.
what? And he's like, yeah, you're going to die and you're going to be in chains like me. And I was like, these mushrooms are great. And so anyway, he leaves and tells me some other people are going to visit me. I don't really know who. I don't have any friends. And then his baby shows up, saying she's going to Christmas past or something. And I was like, oh man, babies, it's crazy how babies can just talk, like before they used to just be sitting there and they'd drink milk or whatever, and now they're talking. And that baby took me to the past. And I saw my old lover Bella. Yeah, she was a little fox. And anyway, we used to be really in love, and this baby reminded me that I chose money over her. I don't know, it was kind of a bummer, but anyway, then I realized I'm still sitting on my couch, and the baby's gone, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll just watch a little Disney Plus, catch up on my Marvel, see if that helps me out. And this guy comes to the front door. He's a big guy, big beard, and I'm like, I don't know, I live in East Nashville. It's pretty much anybody.
Is he going to do the whole Christmas Carol?
Because just work, and no, he ended up being some like weird Santa Claus type guy, and he takes me around, and he takes me to my employer's house, my employee's house, and I go over there, and he's got this kid who is just, oh my God, he's so broken, and he's, just really positive, and it was pretty inspiring to see how positive this kid was. I wasn't really like, I need to go have kids, you know what I mean? Because like I'll be honest, my employee has aged well beyond his years with all the kids he has, and I pay him well, so I don't know why he's living in poverty. I mean, it really is just, he's working overtime too. It's kind of insane. I mean, I think really he's just bad at budgeting is what I'm talking about.
Aren't you a banker?
So anyway, so I see him and I'm a little bit inspired by it. And then, anyway, another guy, I go back home and I'm just hanging out on the couch.
I mean, he's going to go through the whole thing.
Pet my cat. Like, I'm not a monster. I have a cat. And then, it's like,
Cat's
this
new.
old guy shows up, takes me to my grave, and I was like, that's not fun. And that's when I realized I was going to die alone. So, anyway, I couldn't really do anything about it. The snow was pretty high, and I don't know, the mushrooms eventually wore off, and then I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. So, I waited till Christmas. I went in, made my employee come in, and
Incredible. That's
exactly why I stopped doing mushrooms. Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in. I definitely know who that caller is.
Damn, you know everybody.
I'm super popular in Nashville, so I want to be super appreciative. We got to work on your set.
Your set?
I know him from the stand-up scene.
Oh.
Because I've been doing that.
Yeah, you have.
But I super appreciate it. I think he told me he is a viral sensation. I don't know if he was joking or not, though.
Yeah, that's confusing.
But I feel like
Oh.
that makes this kind of a cool call, potentially. If you were told the Christmas Carol by a viral sensation, it's different than just being told the Christmas Carol.
True.
On a voicemail.
It's like a cameo.
Where it's like, ooh. Otherwise, I don't really know how to respond.
No, that was
Okay,
wild.
no. All right, thanks, man. Okay, that was a little bit on the long side, we're going to say.
So was Caroline's. Maybe we should have, for episode 2, do we put like can you?
We can make them shorter.
little
Yeah, and
time
also,
limit?
guys, like, you can send in feedback if you're like, okay, pros and cons. This is our first one, and
Yeah.
going live was a big swing. So, I mean, I'm kind of feeling like I want to be done soon.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's been a half an hour. And,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if we need to go longer in the future, we will. But I feel like for right now, this is good, and I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of you. People called.
I know, it worked.
That's amazing.
And yeah, you can suggest topics through the website if there are things that you guys want us to talk about. TheLandlineShow.com. Call in anytime, 615-212-5437. Leave a message, and we'll play it on the air, or call at 3 p.m. on Friday, and we will pick it up live.
And follow us on LinkedIn.
Yeah. All right, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We are done.
Bye.